Pranay, can you hear me? Hello everyone. I hope the day is going well. Uh, Voice में कोई दिक्कत होती है, you can just drop it on the chat. I'll just reconfirm. So we're gonna start the webinar soon. In around 5 minutes, we'll start. We'll wait for a few more people to join. अभी अभी I hope there's no issues. The business is going well. Peak season coming in soon. And draft plan के साथ भी I hope the business is really well अभी because we are offering new Diwali offers. So I'm gonna tell about some offers in the end of the video as well. So तब तक we'll start. चलो I'll get back to the webinar in 5 minutes. तब तक आप बता देना if anything's up, you can drop me a message. Hello everyone, welcome to the webinar. Uh, I hope you're having a really good evening. So, in today's webinar, we'll be mostly covering on how to grow your sales in the peak season, upcoming peak season in Maldives. As all of you know, in November itself, the peak season starts, the business booms in Maldives. And this webinar is to briefly introduce you to how the destination is like, the basics of it, and how to specifically target the sales in this destination. In today's webinar, we have a few guest speakers. We have the chief commercial officers of the Cocoon Collection Indian division, Simi and Satish ji. They're already in the seminar right now. So I'll only take like 10 to 15 minutes of your time, introduce a little about the destination. After that, they'll take over. So I'll start right now. So mostly, you know already the geography of Maldives is very close to India. It's right in the southern part of the Indian Ocean below our country, and it's comparatively the flights are also cheaper. So the Indian market really prefers going to this destination mostly for leisure and for weekend getaways. So Maldives is not that big of a destination. There's only around 12. The number of islands are a really lot, but in the end, there's only 1% of land in the whole country, and 99% of it is just water. So in this destination, people prefer going there for leisure. So they stay in resorts, they stay in hotels, they have a leisure stay. They don't have any sightseeing or itineraries. They just go for the beauty of this destination. Now, while there's only one main international airport in Maldives that people prefer going 99% of the time is the Velena International Airport in the capital. It's in the Malé city. So we do have direct flights directly from there are around four airlines that go. It's Indigo, Vistara, Air India, and KLM. Now there are direct flights from five different cities: New Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, and Kochi and Chennai. Kochi has the cheapest flights, and Bangalore there are a few FDs as well and few resorts. We'll cover that later. And other than that, there are connecting flights as well. And it usually takes, if you're taking for the direct flight, usually takes around 4 to 4.5 hours from the southern part of India. So, and tourism, as you already know, in Maldives has usually grows a lot in the peak season. It starts from October and go stretches up to February. Last year, if you can see, there was a dip in Feb, and mostly it was due to the political fiasco that happened. But usually in the Indian market itself, in December it peaks. A lot of agents start the business in December. They get a lot of bookings, huge number of bookings, and this is a high GMV destination. So the profit margin that they make even on say, a single booking is really high. And in the international market, usually throughout the year, it doesn't peak in one period, but it goes stably. But it is similar to their period as well. From November to Feb, March, you'll find the prices are increasing, the number of flow is increasing. And as you know, not just throughout the year, in the past 10 years as well, the tourism and outbound tourism from India has increased a lot and it continues to increase. Even after the political fiasco, we are already back on track this year. The now bookings are almost matching last year's, and we're hoping on doing even better this December. Now, there are some basic facts that I want to cover in Maldives, like some basic things that you already should know while picking up a booking. So now there's a different type of transfers. Once you reach Maldives, the Malé Vilena International Airport, there are different transfers that are included in the package. And each and every resort has a different medium. There's a domestic flight medium, the seaplane transfers, boats, and ferries. And depending on the resort, they only have one or two options available. Now, in domestic flights, there are a few more small airstrips that cover different resorts. They're close by around five to six. And if you have this, it's normal, similar to a normal domestic flight that we have. And the tickets, all of them, the transfers are catered by us and the resorts once the booking is done. Seaplane transfers are also there, but the seaplane transfers are not available in all resorts. If the resort is really close by within the half an hour radius, they won't be able to cater to the seaplane because a 10-minute seaplane ride is not feasible. Speedboats are almost every resort caters to it. Just the resorts which are really far, around like 2 hours away, they only have seaplane transfers or domestic flights. They can cover that. And ferries, like in a few resorts, there's a 50 pax ferries that go, but they have fixed number of timings. Unlike other resorts, which have multiple speedboats going from the airport to the resort, ferries are fixed. They usually have three to two ferries during the day in the morning and the evening. and they all cover that. Now there are some things that you need to take care of while taking during the booking, especially in the seaplane transfers. In Maldives, all the seaplanes stop functioning after 4 p.m. So there's this the sunrise is a bit early. So if after 4 there's no seaplanes functioning. So to make sure while booking the client's flights, or if the client has already booked the flights, make sure it's before 3 o'clock. They land before 3 o'clock so that we can arrange a seaplane. And even if there's not an availability, if they're landing late, we recommend staying one night in the public island in Maldives City or Mafushi, then going to the resort the next day. Because if this is not communicated to the client beforehand, there might be difficulties later on. While speedboats function a bit later, some resorts function till late in the evening around 7 and 8, but most of them have the cutoff time till 5:30 in the evening or 6:30 in the evening. So these small things just keep in mind while picking up a booking. If they already have their flights booked, do recommend them a one night stay in the public island. It's comparatively cheaper than resorts. Now, resorts as a category only come in 4 and 5 stars. Usually, the bifurcation is quite simple. People call 4 star resorts the resorts which have different room categories but do not have pools. This is not this is not the case 99% of this is the case 99% of the time. But in 5 star resorts, they're comparatively more luxurious, and they have multiple luxurious room categories as well, including the pool. Now, basic components of the Maldives package include the accommodation, the meal plan, the transfer, and the taxes and the service taxes. Now, there are bifurcation in these as well. I'll just go about them one by one. Now, accommodation can be bifurcated into different room types, and in Maldives, usually it is all the same. There are beach villa. Basically, the two room main categories: beach villas and water villas. And the Indian market usually goes there for a split stay, 2+2, which is most commonly known as. It's 2 night in beach and 2 night in water. Now, these room categories are further segregated into beach pool villas, water pool villas, beach jacuzzi villas, and there is sunrise and sunset categories as well. Now, Indian market prefers the sunset room categories, so it is more expensive than sunrise. It's usually because it's sunset facing, and pool categories, as you already know, are more expensive. Now, these names keep on changing, and the number of room types keep on increasing from villa resorts to resorts. But do not get confused. The basic room categories remain the same: beach villas with or without pool, with and without jacuzzi, sunrise and sunset. Now there are garden villas as well in the resorts. Those villas are usually in the center of the island. They don't have a beach view; they have an island view, and they're a bit far from the beach. Even if it's a boutique resort, it's towards the center, surrounded by trees. Now, on the other hand, beach villas are right next to the beach. They're like 50 meters away from the ocean. Now, these can be sunrise and sunset depending if the resort offers them. Water villas, as you already know, are made on the water. They have a huge ferry going on. And usually Indian market prefers water villa stays. International market prefer longer stays. So they would stay for 6 nights in beach villas. So of course, water villas are more expensive. So even if the client wants to go there, I recommend at least taking one night in water villa, because you don't get this experience elsewhere. Even in India, even if you go to Andaman and Lakshadweep, the water villas in Maldives are much prettier. Because as you already know, people just prefer staying in water villa if they have the budget. Now, lagoon villas in some resorts are either half in water facing the lagoon and half on the beach, or in some resorts, they are the water villas itself. Depends on the nomenclature of the resort. But the basic nomenclature usually says semi-water villas, which are half on land, half on water. The entry is on the beach, and the exit is on the water. So now that you know the room categories, we'll go to the meal plans. Usually bread and breakfast, half board, full board, all inclusive, and premium all inclusive. Similarly, in other hotels, other destinations, the meal plans are same. Lot of resorts don't cover all of these. Some only have all-inclusive plan because they believe that the client shouldn't spend. If they're going for a leisure trip, they shouldn't go and spend a lot over there. So they should have everything in hand. So all-inclusive plan is the plan we recommend, because you are on a private island. There's nowhere else to go if you're staying for 4 nights. You have to eat there, stay there, do everything over there, do water sports activities. So why spend more on the meal plans? Because the rates are as per the international market. So even if you're having a barbecue lobster, it might cost you $80. So might as well include it in your meal plan. It will be more feasible. Bed and breakfast becomes quite hectic because the client might have to end up spending there. And full board meal plan is also an option if the clients do not prefer drinking and want to choose the activities that they do and not be limited to the activities they'll be provided complimentary with the plan. And premium all inclusive has a bit more complimentary inclusions and premium liquor, of course. All inclusive has liquor, but premium all inclusive covers even more premium bands. It doesn't just stop at Blue Label. Now, the taxes bifurcation in our quotes on draft plan, we include all of them. GST is there, service tax is there, and green tax is there. For those who don't know, green tax is a mandatory tax that the country itself, everywhere in the country, all the registered resorts and hotels charge. It's approximately mostly $6 per person per night. Even if it is an infant, it will be charged on the infant, child, or adult, remains the same. And so on the per night basis. So always while comparing quotes, do make sure that these components are included in the quote, even while taken from elsewhere or from us. So we prefer giving the final rate, the net rate in one go. So you won't have to pay anything extra once you reach there. Now, the rates might change depending on the occupancy, age of the guest. I'll just give you a brief, small example. In 99% of the resorts or 95% of the resorts, the age grouping is still 12 years old. 11.99 years, they will consider it as a child. And in some resorts, it goes up to 15.99. So you'll have to be very clear while taking the requirement to what the age of the child is so that we can give the rates accordingly. Now, the cancellation and payment policies are simple. They're either 2 weeks, 3 weeks from the date of travel. There is no booking amount that you need to take. You can do it till you reach the cancellation policy. There's no amount that you have to pay. It is always, even if you pay, it is always refundable if you cancel on time. Transfer types are also necessary while taking the requirement. If the client wants seaplane, you have to tell us that so that we can recommend the resorts which have seaplanes. And if they do not want to prefer speedboats, if they have older clients coming in, older people are there in the group, then seaplanes is not recommended. A shorter duration would be better. Resorts in the 25-minute radius near the Valena International Airport through speedboat would be more preferred because the waiting time less. The waiting time is lesser for speedboat resorts. Now, excursions, arrival of flight times, all of these are decided after the booking is made. The flight timings will be arranged according to the landing and taking off of the flights of the client. Now, the seaplanes are arranged by the resort itself. They cater to everything the client, and you don't have to work more. The operations are handled by us. So you'll be able to cater to it. Just make sure the timing that I had mentioned, they should land before 3 o'clock and the seaplane will be arranged. The waiting time might take up to 4 o'clock, up to 4 hours, even if they land in the morning. If the booking was made in last minute, they might not get the immediate next seaplane. You do not commit them like a 45-minute wait. They might end up waiting for 4 hours if there's no availability in the next flight. But usually by 3:30 it is catered for. And just in case the international flight gets delayed and they end up landing at 3:45 and the seaplane has already taken off, the nothing can be arranged. No speedboat will be arranged to the resort which doesn't have the speedboat option. They'll have to stay the night in the public island. That the booking the client have to do by themselves. We can help them out, but they will be only be able to take the transfer to the resort the next day. So the resort is not held accountable in case of any reason the flight is delayed, international flight is delayed. Now there are different kind of excursions. I think all of you already know in Maldives. Instead of sightseeing, people prefer doing excursions in the resorts. So there are dolphin cruise, fishing cruise. There's shark and manta ray feeding, submarine rides, island hopping. Island hopping is from the resort. They take you on a ferry to a closer island or the public island, and they show you the whole tour of the island. Public island could be a public island, could be close by island. They show you the lifestyle of the place, lifestyle of Maldives. So all of that is covered. Snorkeling is there in every resort. A lot of resorts give complimentary snorkeling equipment. You can pay for the trip. Sometimes it's complimentary. Indian market, a lot of people do not know snorkeling, so there are guided lessons as well there. There are paddies there. Diving is also done very safely. There are renowned international dive centers in each and every resort. Surfing is in some resorts, surfing is very famous because they're waves, but in case they're going for surfing, you'll have to let us know beforehand because some resorts do not have the waves, so they'll have to go elsewhere to surf. Jet and motorized water sports are all there, and kayaking is also there. Now we have a few Diwali offers for Maldives for different resorts. We're gonna put them out soon. We'll send you the posters. We'll send it on the communities. And of course, all of you already know we do not charge any rate of exchange convenience fee on our Maldives bookings. And since Maldives is a high GMV destination, the bookings go for like 2000 USD approximately. So you end up saving 2000 INR on each and every booking. So 10 bookings itself is 20,000. Along with that, we are extending the cashback offer if you have at least five bookings. We start from 7,500 INR, we go up to 50,000. You can contact me directly if you are interested, but you have to do it within a month. Now, we have a few guest speakers here. Simi ma'am and Satish ji will be taking over soon. So I think there are a few questions as well. I'll just answer them once. Yeah, there are a few KLM flights. They do not function on all days. I know it's a Dutch Airlines, but you can look it up in the portal itself. The rates are already there. And if you want, but just make sure while making the requirement, you check the flights as well as their functioning. But mostly Indigo and Vistara are the flights that people take because their flight timings are better. They usually land around 1 to 3 o'clock. So if you have any more questions, you can just put it up in the chat. I'll cover them all right now, and I'll cover them again during the end of the session as well. So, hi Satish or Simi, are you there right now?
Hi guys,
Hi Satish,
good
it's
evening.
nice seeing you again.
Ma'am, Mrs. Pai would have to take a leave because there's one more call we are
Mhm.
getting into by 5, and she had to do the overview. So I finished my review and I said, Chalo, I'm there for you guys always, and as you guys are there for us. So I'll quickly start the introduction and the corporate presentation as well as who we are. Me and Mrs. Pai have spent around 18 years in Maldives now. Now, by fortunately, we are the CCOs for the Cocoon Collection Maldives and Zanzibar. Today, we are doing the Maldives with Trafland. Trafland has been the preferential partner uh, since we took over the new role with this brand. And we have in Maldives the Cocoon collection with someone else is sharing request has been sent. I need to share the presentation. Uh, Aditya, I think you need to approve it.
Just one second.
Yeah. So I'll begin with uh, Joy, which is one of the um newest properties. Are you guys able to see my screen? I hope so. So you this is not the one.
Satish, I think the volume is a bit low. Would it be possible for you to speak louder?
Are you able to hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. It's just the volume was a little low.
The volume I have put it full. I don't know. Are you able to hear me now clearly, loudly?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Great. So hope you can see the presentation for Joy. I have just put on.
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay. So Joy, we have just opened 1 year back. That is on 1st of September. And it's more of a leading five-star as we pitch in the brand pitch in the destination, how the star category is divided upon. So joy, as per the name, it is full of joy. It gives you value for money. Also, there's it's just 35 minutes by boat or maximum 45 minutes from Male Velana Airport. We have 151 villas in that we have 40 beach, 40 lagoon, then you have 20 beach suites, 20 lagoon suites, and then a lagoon suite with pool, beach suite with pool, family beach villas, beach residence, two bedroom, and lagoon residence, two bed. We have an humble the marketplace where we have 16 to 17 carts of different countries cuisine served. And I'm proud to say that after we came on board, we have got the Asian corner so that we have Indians, we have the Oriental cuisine uh, served in that corner. So you have anything in Jain to veg to vegan to veg and non-veg Indian served in the market as well. Our property is on basic AI. We have the main restaurant, the market. We have Il Basilico, the pizza. We call it the pizza shop. It's by the Italian chef, trained under the Michelin chef Andre Burton, and the Palm Beach, which again is an a la carte. I am happy to show you the villa inventories as I discussed, uh, and the occupancy. The corporate presentation, I might also share it with Aditya, which he can further disperse it down with all of you guys. So beach villa, we have the base category starts with beach villa, very private, very intimate. So you can always have two adults or two adults plus one child. We have one day bed where can a child can be even an adult can be accommodated because the day bed is 6 feet and 4 feet in dimensions. Uh, then we have the beach suites. It's more larger, as you can see. Here we can have two adults and two kids. Extra bed, we can always place it in beach suites. So it becomes very uh, cost effective as well as spacious. Then we go to the beach suite with pool. It's one of the highest categories. Uh, there we can put three adults and one children, officially, or two adults and two children, just not to lose the charm and the facade what we have made for beach suite with pool. Having said that, we do have very comforting family beach villas where you have kids those who want to stay away from the family, but yet interconnected rooms, so that we have here one king bed and you have twin beds also, or the king bed placed as per the request in the another room, the second room. So basically, these are two beach villas adjacent to each other with connecting doors. Then we have Lagoon Villas, one of my favorites. It's no nonsense, very nice, spacious. We have converted the sofa into day bed now. So again, you have two adults, two kids, or three adults accommodating comfortably in the property. Then we go to Lagoon Suites. Uh, Again, the same concept, but more deck space, more spacious. These are more towards the sunsets. So Lagoon Suites has the USP that all the Lagoon Suites are on the sunset sides. You have Lagoon Suite with pool, again on the sunset side. So more sunset villas, as Aditya mentioned, Indians love the sunset side because one of the gorgeous sunsets are in Maldives. Then we go to the beach residence. It's one of our USPs where we have in middle a very big, large space. As you can see the sitting area. You have a dine space, a dinner table for 4 to 6 people, a sitting arrangement for 4 to 6 people with TV and the open deck to the pool. And then you have the two, if you can see, the two master beds placed along the side. Then we have Lagoon Residence. It's on overwater. Again, the same concept, but on water. The middle portion is the family lounge time or the dining time. And you have the two bedrooms over here with the pool. Joy, I would say it has it caters to everybody's tastes. Like for example, it's more budget friendly, uh, uh, it's more giving, relevant, revolutionary towards welcoming the guests and knowing the market needs. That's how we have designed Joy Maldives. That was the whole purpose. So, for our properties, including Joy, we have done the Indian packages for the rest of the properties as well, because we always cater the taste of each and every market. So, Japan and South Korea, if has exclusivity with us, same way Indian market we have kept exclusively for the brand. Then we have the all-inclusive and the extreme all-inclusive plans. So our plans in the main packages are based on basic all-inclusive, where after our trip recently to Delhi and meeting Trapland's leaders, we have also included few of the mocktails, premium mocktails like mojitos and the pina coladas and Corona beers. I have done a dine around. If you stay for 3 nights, you will have the lunch at Il Basilico, which I feel you should not miss. The pizza place I said, superbly done pizzas, classic pizzas or international fusion. This is the pizza. We don't do it by the electric oven, but the charcoal oven. So this is one of the highlights. And if you stay 4 nights and above, there is Il Basilico lunch once during the stay, as well as the Palm Beach. I'll show you. Uh, Palm Beach, where you have your a la carte dinner as well, included during your stay. We have the Rainbow Bar. As you can see, it is full of sand. Uh, in the evenings, we have a lot of events going on for the kids. We are the only ones we cater kids like 11 to 12 in the morning. There is like an Hawaiian party. So you feel like in sundowner sometimes. How do you party in Goa or the Prague destination? That kind of a vibe is there the entire day. It's I would say everybody has its own bite in joy when they are staying with us. Whether it is a couple or it is a family, everybody gets its own time of enjoyment and joy. So Oasis is a spa. There are more therapists from Eastern to the Western, so we give a therapeutic experience as a whole. So you have all the menus listed uh, in our spa, which are done by the expertise, and it's not just for the therapies, but it's also for the mind and the soul. So we do have sport activities. We have uh, paddy tennis court. What do you call it? What's this? Just hold on. Just hold on. I just missed out on something. You do pedal tennis court. Yes. We have pedal tennis court. We have the lawn tennis. So two courts besides each other. And it's also run by the Paddy Diving Center guys for us. And it's free. It's included whenever you stay with us for the in-house guests. So it's more getting famous day by day, the pedal tennis court for Indians as well as Russians. Then we have the largest kids club named Kiddie Cove. So there you have kids from morning 9 to 6 with 1 hour lunch break, always taken care round the clock by our in-villa hosts, whoever's hosting the villa. They personally take care of your kids, and kids love it. Believe me so. So we do have destination weddings over there. Places like there are guest services. You have the best house reef in the Malay or South Malay Atoll. We have around 20 square meters patches around Joy, one of our house reefs. So you have hammerhead sharks to mantas to dolphins just passing by the lagoon suite sites every evening. So you don't need to take especially a snorkeling trip and pay for it. So we are blessed with the house reef. So this is for Joy. I'll give you a brief presentation on Cocoon Maldives as well. So Cocoon Maldives, Aditya, maybe you have to help me here when again I have to share. Okay, I think it's okay. Yeah. So Cocoon Maldives, are you able to see the screen, guys?
Yeah, it's
I'll just
visible.
change the screen. Yeah. Cocoon Maldives happens to be a uh, flagship. When we started, Lagos is one of our partners and the owner's brother who is into interior and exterior furnitures. And so we have come out with the first designer concept, which is Cocoon Maldives. So this was launched 6 years back. And after the grand success, we have after the grand success of Cocoon Maldives, then we opened You and Me 5 years back. So from Male, it is a 30-minute seaplane in Lavian Atoll. We have 150 villas. We have recently revamped with more of slide villas with the lagoon suites in Cocoon Maldives. And again, it's a basic all inclusive. And when I say basic all inclusive, we do cater sunset cruise included in minimum of 3 nights stay. Uh, it's more of a happy uh, designer and a warm place, I would say, highly vegetated. So you won't see the sun even in the uh, hottest summers or the hottest time of the day. So we are blessed with a good vegetated island, as you can see. So you have the unique selling point. It's like the first design hotel in Maldives, all-inclusive resort, affordable luxury. We pitch it as family friendly. We do have kids club even there. Then the location, it's not just it's too far or it's like I don't know when am I gonna reach the property. And Indian chefs we have from Gadwal. We have revamped with thali service in a la carte manner in the Manta restaurant. We have included lunch for 3 nights stay, once during your stay in Manta. And if you're 4 nights and above, Manta lunch and the Japanese teppanyaki outlet in Cocoon Maldives. So then we have 50 beach villas, 20 beach suites, 10 family beach villas, 9 beach suites with pools, 40 lagoon villas, 10 lagoon suites and slides, uh, 10 lagoon suite with pool, and one cocoon, which is also on beach, two-bedroom presidential suite. Um, as I said, it's designed by one of our partners, Lago. He happens to be the famous designer in furnitures in Italy. So it's a very warm place. I would say Cocoon has both the worlds. You can enjoy with family, couples, as well as you have seen the villa sizes join Cocoon are welcome. We do welcome groups, mice, leisure groups. Recently, we had from Craftland Jain group, I think in April or some, they enjoyed it. So we do cater Jain food. Jain Maharajas are allowed to cook in one of our properties, whether it is Joy or Cocoon. So I'll just highlight that because we don't want to we do respect the dietary requirements and the client's need because sometimes Jains who travel, they do have to travel with their Maharaj, the cook. So we do entertain and we give his stay either in excom accommodation, or we give it in one of the villas for free. So these are the basic uh, setups of the base categories beach villa. So you can see a day bed, which is a big one in size. So three adults or two adults and one kid can be comfortably uh, put up in beach villas. Few of the snippets of the beach villas. How does it look? It's more towards, and we have the furnitures. If you see, sometimes if we go on website and you might hear some floating furnitures,
Satish, I think the video is stuck for a moment. Yeah, I think there's an issue with the
Did
network.
we lose each other?
Yeah, yeah, I'm able to see you now. I can't see the presentation.
You can see the presentation.
No, I cannot see the presentation right now. Can you share it again?
I think,
Yeah, yeah, it's visible now.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Is it visible?
Yeah, it's visible.
I think we lost each other
Yeah, in between there was a slight
for a
delay,
moment.
but I think it's back on track.
So where did you hear? Did you hear the floating furniture?
Yeah, yeah. You were talking about the floating furniture. You can just start over again with that.
So sometimes you can, as I said, it's a design concept hotel. You might hear from your colleagues in the industry might say about floating furniture. It's nothing but more towards the beds or the cupboards. You have the glass bottoms at the rear end of the bed. So if you see from the side angle, you might see the bed is floating. So there's that's some new thing you can talk about a property. Uh, so then you talk about beach suite. So again, you can see it's a totally different way of presentation of a bed or a day bed, and you have the private beach access. And I mean, private means private. Both the sides you have the tall tropical trees and shrubs, so that you don't see each of the villas, uh, whoever is staying next to your villa. So here you can always stay two adults, two kids, or maybe three adults plus one child is the maximum occupancy allowed. Exceptions are there sometimes because a few of the travelers are on budget, and if it if it doesn't uh, go against the guests, because guests are also on a holiday, and if it is too cramped up, they might complain. So we always maintain the maximum occupancy, but there are exceptions. We do understand. Then we have beach suite with pool, and this is the facade. How does it look? Like a cocoon, we have given a hideout or a total hideaway in the nature. Whenever you're in your room, you would always make sure that you are having the best of the best privacies in our villas, and spacious though. Uh, Again, some of the snippets in Beach Suite with pool, inside, interiors, exteriors. We have kept it clean. We have kept it simple. Then we have family beach villas. You can see the interconnecting doors. This is the second bedroom. This is the master bedroom. You have a sit-out sofa to chill with your families. Few of the snippets, and if you can see the private access to the beach, uh, towards the beach. Then we have the base categories in water villas named Lagoon Villa. Few of the snippets for the Lagoon Villas. How does it look from inside? If you can see the furnitures, it's a bit abstract, more towards a designer's taste. So we call it the aesthetic design hotel. We have the Lagoon Suite with slides, which is the new addition in humble property Cocoon Maldives. So again, this side, you have the sunset views. All the sunset slides, suites with slides are on the sunset sides, including the lagoon suite with pool categories. So if you see this table from the side, you might feel the table is floating. And so we call it the floating furniture in Cocoon Maldives. Okay. Then these are the lagoon suite with pools, direct access to the lagoon. We again have house reefs, blessed. Also sandbanks, a lot of sandbanks around the island. So people sometimes, they just walk around from the lagoon to the sandbank when it is a low tide. So it is more to live on Cocoon Maldives, not just restricting yourself on the island. This is one of the evening snippets. Then you go to the Cocoon Suite, presidential two-bedroom suite. So here, six maximum adults to four adults and two kids are allowed, and it comes with a huge beach line, which is only for the Cocoon Suite guests. Uh, no other guests are allowed on this beach because it's also towards the end of the island. So only the Cocoon Suite with pool, two-bedroom guests are allowed for the beach access. So these are a few of the pictures you may go through. So we do have an oversized pool. We don't have a lap pool. We don't have plunge pools. We have oversized lap pools. And this is how it goes for the dining. So this is also based on all inclusive. So Octopus Bar, you have lunch and dinner at the main Octopus restaurant and bar, and then you have select spirits, cocktails, mocktails, including your spirits like gin, vodka, whiskey. Uh, you have free canoes, not the glass bottom ones, the regular canoes included. You have 20% discount on the spa. When you have extreme all inclusive. In for India, the basic all inclusive, we have also included the sunset cruise once during the stay, during your 3 nights minimum stay. So there are two programs in Joy, Cocoon. One is basic, where you're booked already, or you can always upgrade yourself to extreme all inclusive with a nominal per person charge per night. So we have Octopus, the main buffet restaurant. So you can always go for your breakfast, lunch, dinner over here. Then we have the Manta restaurant, more of an a la carte dining. You will enjoy international as well as Pan-American cuisines, also Indian cuisine on a la carte basis. Then you have the Teppanyaki Japanese cuisine restaurant near to the Kurumba beach. So Kurumba is coconut in Divehi, and so we have named the bar Kurumbar. So guests are more, we do the interactions sessions during the Japanese cuisine is pre-preparation. So we do the training also while the chef cooks with the guests. So it's more of an interactive session, not just a boring cooking session. Uh, then you have the uh, alongside of the beach, which we call it as a private beach, where you have to do sometimes a proposal or you have a private dining booked. So that's the area where we make sure that it is more private, more spacious for the couple to enjoy the private candlelight dinner. Then there's Lobby Bar as well, the full-fledged Lobby Bar. You can always enjoy your signature selection of mocktails and spirits over here. And it is attached with the main pool. The Cube is the spa in Cocoon. So this is also more of a sublime and a very stylish experience. You can always have it at Cocoon Maldives. We have the Balinese to the Indian Ayurveda introduced recently. Selection of Ayurveda treatments also are done, including Shirodhara. Then few of the artifacts or people have done some really good well-being designer. You can always go for a gym or those aesthetics well-being gyms, open air. So you have a yoga pavilion over here, you have the bars, you have the equilibria everywhere. This is also the kids village, is the kids club in Cocoon, and it's open from morning 10 to 6. 10 to 6 is more of island time, but if you have to be precise, it's 9:30 Malay time. We have entertainment every day. It might be a Maldivian night or a movie night under the star. There's a white party happening, a Boduberu or a karaoke night, or a retro and a DJ night. Something or the other is there going on. So you have the water sports. Again, it's taken care by the, uh, I think it's Scuba. Scuba Pro guys are managing the water sports now. Previously it was Paddy guys. Then we have lot of excursions. There's an excursion list for all the properties in Maldives. So do we have it, and it will be on an additional charge. Uh, but we'll always share those costs also whenever we have the media kit shared already to TravClan. And then you have the destination weddings and a lot of things you can do. You have a we have a studio in house so that if you want to do some private photo shoots for a couple or a family for your memoirs, or feel free to contact whenever you're on the island with the photo studio. So these are the basic guest services in villa and honeymoon offers. Aditya, you're smiling. When are you visiting Cocoon Maldives? Okay. So here we are done with Cocoon. I'll quickly also touch uh, you and me. Sorry, Aditya.
No, no, it's
Suddenly,
no worries.
the slide, it was in front of me and it just disappeared. Okay. Are you able to see the you and me
Yeah, yeah,
presentation?
it's visible, it's on screen.
So you and me is a 5-year property. It's one of our adult-only properties where we have 16 years and above adults allowed. It's more of a couple-oriented property. We don't have groups over here. We have maximum 5 rooms at a time we can entertain, giving the feel of this resort. So
Satish, I think the volume is lower again. Can you?
again, the volume has gone down.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you able to hear me?
It's better now.
Actually, I'm I'm not a loud person also, so I'm finding it a bit difficult to, shout top of my voice, and I don't want to be rude. So I'm maintaining, but I'm sure now. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, it's clear now. Not bad.
Great.
Thank you.
कभी कभी यार मुझे देखना पड़ता है मेरी वॉइस समटाइम्स इट माइट लुक रूड इफ आई एम just shouting top of my voice.
Even last time you came, आपका voice थोड़ा down ही था. I didn't expect it.
I'm talking continuously. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is in Ra Atoll, you and me, and we have a small island actually, just 3.5 hectares of land. We have 10 beach suite with pool. And having said that, it's adult only. I'll just say Joy and Cocoon, we have 16 years below are all kids. Only green fee and the transfers 50% have to be paid. And 2 years and below, it's just the green fee. And in You and Me, which is a five-star rustic luxury. Luxury is not on your face, it is more sublime and mellow, more towards Robinson Crusoe concept. We don't have floorings and polished tiles and bars or outlets, but the white sands of Maldives. So that's the concept of You and Me. It's just 40 to 45 minutes from Malé Airport. Roughly, you have, so this is one of, okay. So adults only, the unique selling points, dine around concept, and then we have the first underwater restaurant, which is 360-degree. Why do I say one of the first? Because the others are attached to the island. We have a 10 to 12 minutes short journey by dinghy or a small boat to the underwater restaurant H2O. You have the dome-shaped underwater restaurant, Not in Cube. And again, Andre Burton, the Michelin star chef, serves and cooks the food over there. After we got on board, we have got the Jain cuisine set menu underwater as well, vegan and veg menu as well as the international. Of course, we have the international set menu as well, veg or non-veg. So one of the USPs is our underwater restaurant. Then we have the You and Me Spa. It's the Elizabeth Arden, one of the best cosmetics, you may call it, or the herbal products for the skin care or the hair care, internationally known for its deliverance. I think more of the ladies on the presentation might know Elizabeth Arden Pro. So first Bubbles Island, because it's one of the small uh, companies which started in Italy. That's Vivo Clipot. It's the bubbly wine champagne house. So those have been associated with you and me for longest period now. We have 109 villas. In that, 99 are water villas with name nomenclatures like Manta Villa, Dolphin Villa, Dolphin Villa with pool, Aqua Suite with slide, Aqua Suite with pool, and you and me suite. Uh, Only 10 beach suite with pools are available. Uh, as it's a couple only property, we don't have two bedrooms, even if we say you and me presidential suite, because it's a couple or adult only private property or a private a facade given to the guests. We do not entertain groups in our you and me resort. So the woods are from Malaysia as well as Africa. Uh, Tastefully done villas. These are few of the villa amenities which we provide. The base category is water villa in you and me, which is Manta Villa. So this is one of the uh, room types, interiors and exteriors. So you have a large deck, even if it's a base category, so that the couples can have their own private moments. Then you have Dolphin Villa. The second water category, few of the interiors and exteriors. If you can see, it's more of the African woods used for the bed, more woody and rustic look. The Bulgarian ceiling fan, which is again made up of wood, barks, whatever you call it. Dolphin villa with pool. So this is with the pool category. And sunsets in Atoll are really, really nice. Believe me. So then we go to the beach, only 10 beaches with pool available on the island. More private, more intimate, more spacious. And if you can see the top view, you have the entire green vegetation around the beach villas. So it's privacy to the best. Aqua suite with slide. We have the slide villas uh, also in UNME. It were always present. We have, I think, around 6 or 7 of these villas in the entire inventory. I think seven villas. Aqua suite with slide, interiors and exteriors. Aqua suite with pool is one of the highest categories in the water suite. We call it an UNE. Few of the interiors and the exteriors over here. And then we have the UNE suite. Uh, when you have adults, we can always put 3 adults. We don't have space for 4 adults, or we don't encourage in UNE suites more than 3 adults. And then you go to UNE suite interiors and exteriors. What do we serve there? So you have the in-house gym, you have the in-house play area, indoor play area. Then you go to the dining. For India, in the entire world, we have come out with exclusive package, which is Extreme All Inclusive, an upgraded meal plan from HB to Extreme for our Indian friends, and it's a dine around. But for the other world, it's HB, FB, AI, and Extreme AI with a charge. So this is the basic AI. In basic AI, we do not have dine around, but we just serve it in one all-day dining restaurant. Now moving to Extreme All Inclusive, which is of India's interest, and the packages are based on Extreme All Inclusive. So we have the dine around, and the ones during the stay is the, I would say, towards the sail, the USPs. You have sunset fishing covered once during your stay, sunset canopies by the sunken table, cooking classes, candlelight dinner on the beach, 50 minutes of spa per person per stay, personal training classes, and bookable. If you can see, it's for 5 nights, but for India, it's minimum of 4 nights. This is one of the corporate presentations, so it's like 5 minutes for the 5 nights for the other rest of the world, but 4 nights for the Indian market. This you get it during your stay. So this is the H2O. It's open for 12 to 2, and dinner it's from 6:30 to 9. Then you have the main restaurant where you have buffet and breakfast served. That's the Sand outlet. Then you have the green carpet. So here you have the a la carte lunches served. It's by the pool. Then you have the teppanyaki outlet as well for the Asian flavor. It's called the Rising Sun. Then we have the finest Italian cuisine served in the outlet. You would love the pastas, you'd love the pizzas. One of the finest chefs serve the finest cuisine in our Italian outlet. Then you have the Cheers Bar, where your all-inclusive spirits and bars are served. Sometimes when there's events or even the uh, everyday's theme parties like Hawaiian or the white parties or Maldivian theme nights, Cheers Bars is the venue where you have the entire thing, entire evening going live. Then we have our own in-house brand, which is You and Me Spa itself, which takes care of the all treatments and the cosmetics are again, as I said, Elizabeth Arden Pro. So you have live band, disco, karaoke, boduberu, white party, fish feeding, glow party. You name it, every day there's something or the other going on the island. All the it although depends upon the guests. Those who don't want to be there, they want to be in their own space. They can always be enjoying in their own space. There are a few water activities as attached in Maldives. It's general. Scuba diving is one of the best to do in UNME. I would highly recommend it because you have huge mantas just around like 20 minutes by boat point. I think it's called the Chicken Point, if I'm not wrong. You have the best manta underwater, like around at a time you can see 15 to 20 huge manta um, swimming next to your side. And then you have the excursions as well. So these are all the things what you can enjoy in one of our properties whenever you come or your guests can enjoy. And I hope I was able to do the justice, guys, for my brand. Thanks for the time. Any questions you have for my properties, you can always ask. Or you want any topic to be covered from my end, I can always.
Thanks a lot, Satish. Actually, there were no questions at the moment. Most of them were already answered. So, one second. I just wanted to ask, since the peak season just there, it starts from November. The bookings are already coming in, and you've been doing Maldives for a good amount of time. So I just want to ask, do you have any tips that the travel agents might need? How to pick up the business during the season and what to like
For
be
my
ready?
properties, I can always say that first approach Tapland, they have the best deal. The second thing is now, yes, couples are going more. After the whatever the rough start of the year, things are looking good in numbers. This is more of wedding season in north and west of India. So you might get more of honeymoon couples. Tips, I would say that always, I don't know how do I put it? For us, if you have to visit, it would be great if you can plan for 4 nights. If you can, for India, we have come out with 3 pool villa allocations, especially with Craftland, every day with a release period of 14 days. So that's good because even if Europe is traveling or they're having heavy occupancy around the Maldives resorts, India is also reigning high after August and September. So I would say that you can always plan around 14 to 16 days in advance. It would be a great deal. Or else, if it's because you understand there's a last minute market. But then if it is 14 to 15 days of gap, it would really help. And do enjoy our all-inclusive offerings, I would say. Give us a chance.
Thanks a lot, Satish. I wish like Simi was here as well. She could have spoken for a while.
Sure. Yeah,
But we'll do something again.
surely.
I think it's really a pleasure knowing about the Cocoon properties, especially Cocoon after it just recently opened in October.
Yeah,
People actually got to know about it again. What the
yeah,
new addition features were, the slides and the
sure. Sure.
And I think the floating furniture is what interests me the most over
Yes.
there.
Sometimes it's more of an, I would say, Instagram friendly resort for
Yeah.
the social media. More towards a warm and happy place, a settling place. Let me
Mhm.
use the word settling place luxury, just not the design concept. Because as I said, we are really densely vegetated in Cocoon Maldives. It's more of a matured resort. Like you feel happy over there. You don't feel like, oh, इतनी धूप है कहाँ चल के जाए. You would love to walk. And anywhere to anywhere, the farthest lagoon villa to the bar or the main island is like, even if you go dead slow, it's like, I think one of you had asked on the group. It's like 5 to 8 minutes. And from beach villa, just because the island is always in one of the one way kind of a circuit, it might take like 10 minutes dead slow walking, but then you'll enjoy the walk because it's fully covered with sand.
Then if anyone has any questions, they can just put them down in the chat. I'll
Yeah,
just look at them.
sure.
And there's another quiz that I would like to take regarding the Cocoon properties.
Yeah.
I'll just put the link in the chat. I think it's uploaded. We'll close the link in 5 minutes. You can put down all the answers and we'll take down the scores and there'll be one winner.
Mhm,
We'll send them out gifts. We'll drop them a call.
mhm.
Just finish the quiz.
Surely. So, have you put down the quiz there?
We have put it on YouTube for the travel agents. So they
अच्छा
can.
अच्छा अच्छा ठीक है. So, do I need to be online now?
No, no, it's done. Thanks a lot for your help. The
Thank you so
webinar
much, dear.
with
So
success.
lovely, Aditya.
Yeah,
Keep doing great guns. Bye, dear.
thank you. Bye. The link is live. If there's any issues, you can let me know. You can. We'll close the link in 5 minutes. So you have 5 minutes to